Hello and good morning.
Morning.
As you've all heard, today marks the Foundation's 18th walk,
Wow.
which
Yeah.
warrants some serious celebration
Yeah.
and also some reflection. For instance, and let's ignore the updated forecast because it doesn't fit my speech's narrative. Let's begin by reflecting on the question, how many more walk days starring sodden shoes and rain-soaked undies must we all endure before we find that damn cure? 2 years in a row now of this weather is simply unfair. Here's to hoping for a lighter rainfall in the forecast for today. Whether it's your first, second, 5th, 10th, or shortly about to be your 18th walk, for each and every walk day, naturally, it brings me back to my first full marathon walk, which I attempted at the legally curious age of 9. As a youngster, I'm sure I thought, how difficult can it really be? I walk every day. My dad, perhaps feeling a little vexed, and yet also intrigued somewhat, encouraged me to try it and finish the full. It was famously, or perhaps infamously, his $20 challenge bet that coaxed me out of bed before first light on that second inaugural walk and into the capable arms of my OG walking buddy, Auntie Shell. Although those little legs finished that day, and I did get my Andrew Jackson, if there's just one thing this 25-year-old dude would say to that young sprout, it'd surely be, you got really ripped off. For me, walk day brings fondness for all the quality time I get to spend trading stories with family and friends and life stories with strangers who later become some of my best lifelong friends. It's rewarding as it's the culmination of all your training. You push yourself far past your normal limits. Yet at times, it is somber, as remembrance for sure can be bittersweet. I was 7 years old when my mom, Terry Brodeur, passed away from breast cancer. Did I know what cancer was? No. And I surely didn't know what breast cancer was. Did I wonder what death was? Yes. Things seemed different this time from when I would normally get a cut or bruise, apply a SpongeBob Band-Aid and some Neosporin to it, and time would heal it. This time, I had loved ones and those I didn't even know telling me how sorry they were for me. What did that mean? What had they done wrong to me that they were apologizing? Little could I comprehend, as such a young child, that my mother would never physically return to read to me, take me school shopping, cut off the crusts of my PB and fluff sandwiches, or tuck me into bed with a kiss on the head. As a child, did I have more questions than answers? Yes. Do I still from time to time wonder how things could or would have been different if my mom was still here? Yes, honestly, I don't think I'd be human if I didn't. For myself, my siblings, and those who knew and loved her, it's her legacy that continues and rejuvenates us. Through myself, my siblings, her family, and friends, and community right here in Old Saybrook, or just anyone who is moved by the story of a young mother diagnosed at 38 and succumbing at the age of 41 to what I've grown to realize was an incurable stage 4 breast cancer diagnosis. Legacies come in several forms, but there are some hopeful ones. It can come via monies willed to people or organizations. Take, for example, Sonny Hendel, a local and generous man with ties to our very own Howie and Marcy Bren Silver. Sonny left $100,000 last year in 2022 to the foundation upon his passing. And that donation alone was enough to fund an entire research grant and allowed the foundation to gift 5 as opposed to our usual 3 to 4 grants. We all have a legacy to leave behind. And as far as my mother's, this incredible foundation created by Norma, a friend, was far more than she could ever imagined. It's people like us, pushing the envelope, granting research monies, fighting the good fight, together walking one step at a time, sponsoring walkers or volunteers volunteering their time, and being driven by a disease that has impacted or is currently impacting them or someone they know or knew or loved in one way or another. I'm proud and humble to report that as of last year, the foundation, since its inception in 2006, has raised and directed $6 million to breast cancer research. Year after year, I'm amazed at how familiar and new faces I see that at the familiar and new faces that I see that continue to come out. And just some shout outs to the new ones. I know my brother-in-law's sister and brother-in-law, Safi and Addison. This is a first year full marathon for them. My sister's friends, Yvonne and Julia, first year for them. And of course, my lovely Elena, first marathon full year for her. This cause gives me the charge and motivation to raise awareness on how important breast cancer is and share my story on the devastating loss it can leave if not intercepted. The Terry Brodeur Breast Cancer Foundation pledges 100% of gross fundraising dollars directly to provide critical funding research. This walk is the foundation's largest fundraising event, where 100% of monies raised goes directly to breast cancer research. In closing, I just want to remind everyone that time is precious, and you have all chosen to spend part or all of your day here today in support of this cause and of this organization. And whether that's afar, virtually, thinking specifically of Ashley in Hawaii today. Let that be a reminder that cancer, COVID nor cancer for that matter, have won, and that we're here, we're united, and I'm excited. Let's go have another successful walk and hit the pavement soon enough. We'll do some exercise warm-ups, and I'll see you guys across the finish line.